Welcome to the main event with Kevin and Mia. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Mia.
And welcome to episode number 14.
14.
We made it to 14.
And you gave me a warning this time.
I did. Well,
thank you. He likes the surprise look on my face when we're like, oh, we're in here.
What?
I don't know if he thinks that last split second before we go on camera, I'm going to like dart off the camera or something. I don't know, but.
Oh, wait, I'm out.
I'll see ya.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something.
CRS. Can't remember.
I know, right? Well, crap.
I
can't remember what I was going to say. This episode is not brought to you by Be Live. We're actually using OBS because we're having way too many technical problems with Be Live right now, and I'm not saying anything bad about Be Live. I'm actually part of a focus group for Be Live, and I'm not seeing any comments. There we go. Welcome to the show, Terry.
Has anybody made any comments yet? Because we're not seeing any comments.
No, I see 6,
oh,
5.
There you go.
There we
Hi,
go.
Mia. Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy. Welcome to the show. So anyway, Be Live. I'm part of one of the focus groups.
The last time we stopped using it because it wasn't having audio, right?
For whatever
Something
reason,
like
we're not getting audio with our open.
Yeah.
I don't think we're even getting audio with our ending credits.
Be Live was awesome because when we interview other people, like when we interviewed Josh Bauer and stuff, we could include the links of Jay Bauer Art, Kitchen Killers, Creative Control, stuff like Hanging with Web Show. We could share the links on that, live while people are watching it right on the screen, and people's comments. Like when we have a more interactive show and we're asking questions and stuff, but...
Yeah, and another.
We'll get back to it. We'll figure it out.
It's.
There's
I don't know
always
how old.
technical difficulties. Always.
I don't know how old
stuff
the
like
Be
that.
Live service is, so this might be something new. I don't know, but I am part of one of the focus groups, and I plan on bringing the issues that I have found to their attention, like playing videos.
Yeah.
Like to run our show open. The video itself is just so choppy.
Yeah.
And that I don't like.
But it's not choppy on their end. It's choppy on our end.
It's choppy for me to see it.
Yeah.
And even to do the replay.
Shouldn't be that way. No.
Even to do the replay, like watching after the show.
Yeah.
You can tell it like when you're rolling the credits, it just kind of beep 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 beep.
Oh, that sucks.
So.
We'll figure it out.
It'll take time. It'll take time.
Say hi to Jen and Terry. Hello.
Hey, Jen Hogan.
Hello. And Tammy's a newcomer. Hi, Tammy.
Jen Hogan? That's not.
Yeah, it's Jen Holland. Just Hogan.
She changed her name again. You gotta stop doing that to me, Jen. I get all confused. It don't take much,
Nope. Oh, Jen Olsen.
Jen Olsen.
Hello, Jen Olsen.
Welcome to the show, Jen. Glad you could join us. What a crazy ass week.
I was going to say, you had a busy week. Yeah, busy week and weekend between work and...
shooting footage from the festival and whatnot. I don't know if you were paying attention when I was doing the editing of the video that we're going to show here in a little bit. But stupid me, during my stand-up, I was like, live from Fort Fairfield, yada, 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 and I'm like, going back and editing, it's like, and I had to use it because that was the best stand-up I had.
There was one part of it that I was with him when he was trying to shoot his B-roll, as he calls it.
No, I was trying to do my stand-up if you're talking about the
and
camera.
I went behind the camera and by the tree, and I'm like making funny faces at him and stuff, trying to make him look stupid. The camera's like, "Stop messing with me."
Maybe I'll make a bloopers reel and put that on.
Yeah, because there's at one point you get me going. I didn't even know the camera. I didn't even know the camera was on me, and I'm like,
yeah. That was funny.
yeah. It's the stuff that I do when you're not looking that.
I know. Hey, Aaron, thanks for joining the show.
It's like this show. If we could record the stuff that happens periodically, throughout our evenings or on the weekends, it's funnier than the shit that we put on the show. It really is. It's the random stuff.
I know. We're working on adding more content to the show and to our YouTube channel. So just be patient. Speaking of our YouTube channel.
Speaking of
ladies
our
and
YouTube
gentlemen.
channel, ladies and gentlemen.
Cut that out.
Go.
If you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please feel free to do so. Go to YouTube and look up Kevin B Entertainment. Subscribe to our channel. Why are you laughing? What is so funny?
The face I made, I just saw it replayed on the...
Are you going to make me shut off YouTube
Nope.
or Facebook?
Nope.
Quit sidetracking me.
What did I do?
You took me off topic. I forgot what I was talking about.
You're talking about the YouTube. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel,
Boy.
you get put in for a drawing for a $25 gift certificate for the Boneyard and a chance to win a hanging web show T-shirt.
Hanging with web show.
That's what I said.
No, you said hanging web show.
I said with. It just...
Oh, well.
My brain and my mouth don't want to work sometimes together.
If you're going to have diarrhea of the mouth, you can't have constipation
It's
of
not
the brain.
diarrhea of the mouth. It's like Tourette's of the mouth. It like
The
skips
brain-
over words. You, for all that know, it's Trailer Park Boys. Kevin calls them Rickyisms,
Well, that's actually... I wish I could take credit for the Rickyism.
and I don't even have to be stoned for them to happen.
Word.
I can be straight out sober, and I can make up my own words, my own sentences, my own language, and he calls them Rickyisms.
Welcome to the show, Lisa Baker. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Lisa.
So, yeah, again, if you...
Ellen's in here, too. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
we
said
said
hi. No,
Did
I
we
said
say
hi.
hi to Ellen?
I
Hi,
did.
Ellen. I said hi.
So, yes, please. We're trying to get 100 subscribers so that we can get our own custom URL for YouTube. So it's not this www.youtube barfing out a bunch of different...
8675309-223.
Shelley forgot her own number, and Jenny didn't want to call, and it'll be www.youtube.com/Kevin B Entertainment. Much simpler that way. So, that's if we hit 100 subscribers. That's the only thing we got left to do. I've done everything else.
We also have a new PayPal account.
Yeah, do you remember it? Because I don't remember it.
It's just Kevin B Entertainment.
Yeah, but
PayPal. We'll share the link on the page. We just created it, so it's like a URL now, so you can click on it and donate money.
If anybody wants to donate money to Kevin B Entertainment, you will be able to do so
It'll
with
go
just
to
a few clicks.
lighting, and we'll be able to upgrade more and look cooler and bring you more funnies. And
there are so many different things that I would love to be able to do.
Yeah.
With, not just with this show, but with Kevin B Entertainment all the way around. I wish I had. Nobody asked you for your input. Silence. I'd love to be able to get a drone so that we could shoot aerial footage of stuff.
Right, that would be cool.
I think that would be really cool. They've got. I want to use a better camera. I've got a really, really sweet camera that I could use if I had the right adapters to be able to connect it to the computer.
Right.
And it would be, not only would it be in HD, it'd be 1080p,
Yeah,
it
that's
would
a
be,
nice. That has a really good picture on it. That
As a matter of
camera.
fact,
It's good
that's-
picture quality.
That's the same camera that I shot the video of what we're going to show you in a bit.
In a bit. Patience.
Patience.
We have goodies. Well, it's goodies for us. I don't know. Not much happens around here.
Yes, from what I understand,
Meow. Yeah, everybody here's getting meow.
Lisa. From what I understand, once
El Booger.
you reach 100 subscribers, you can change your URL to the custom URL for YouTube.
Yeah, so people don't have to mess around.
I could get aerial footage of the cats inside the house, although I do have.
I'll fly the drone. You fly the helicopter.
No, you fly the helicopter. I'll fly the drone.
Okay,
Because the drone has a camera.
Yeah, but that helicopter is really hard to. It's like one of those little air hog helicopters that, if it wasn't for the fact that the battery is crap on it, it doesn't last very long. It takes like 2 days to charge, and it lasts for like 20 minutes.
That's actually with any of them.
But
Even with a drone.
he chases the cats around the house with it, and it's so funny because it's like this big old mosquito. Chase them. They're like, what the frick? He tried to hook a camera to it, but it's too heavy.
Yeah,
it didn't happen.
not so much.
But one of these days, see, you look for footage to put on your Kevin B Entertainment page, YouTube page.
Oh.
You chasing the
Sorry.
cats? That's because I moved.
Quit.
I can't even move or nothing in the friggin'. That's because I'm too bright. See my shirt? I'm too bright. I knocked the focus off. Anyways, story time.
Story time.
He puts.
Hold on. Story time!
He puts the GoPro, his little, it's not a GoPro, it's a Geek Pro, but still, his little camera on, he's got a remote control General Lee, and he takes the remote control General Lee and chases the cats around with it. It's just so funny. If we didn't have a lot of obstacles, because the way our house is, there's like additions. It's an old farmhouse, but there's additions on it. So where the additions are, they're like a step down. So it's harder for. It ends up being a crash zone doing that. So, but Stan, speaking of Stan the Man,
welcome one of our illustrious.
I just want to get on the sponsors.
Yes.
Stan is one of our sponsors.
He owns the Boneyard, and what a guy.
That's the one we were talking about earlier. When you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you also put in for a $25 gift certificate, and we'll soon be having some of his merchandise that you can see. We'll just say that.
And you'll see a few of his items in our video, but I am after.
I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag, so I was kind of like beating around the bush.
Okay.
But the video, I wanted to be a surprise.
It's not going to be a surprise.
Okay, it's a video.
It's a video. It's like watching a news segment.
Belinda's there. Hi,
not.
Belinda.
Yes, hi, Belinda. Hi,
Hi, Robert. Our nephew, Robert. Hello. Hello.
Excuse me. On my back onto the Stan subject, I want to give a huge shout out to Stan and Jen both, because they went to Ohio, and I never expect anything from them anyway, because that's just not me. But we saw them at the Maine Potato Blossom Festival, and went up to Jen and she says, "Oh, I have something for you." And I was like, "Uh-oh." She says, "Open your hand and close your eyes." And at that point, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. So I did. And she put this in my hand. I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but it's a Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees mask with a removable machete. Let's see. Yeah, I'll put it up against my face on white.
So you can hack off the little gnomes' heads when you see them.
So, yeah, that started off as a keychain. I told Stan and Jen, I said, "Oh, I'm going to turn that into a necklace." And then Stan's like, "Oh, well,
Wait a minute,
I can help you with that too." So, thank you, Stan and Jen. I love you guys. I only take this off when it's time for bed or a shower. Other than that, I'm wearing it. And I'm not even ashamed to admit it. So, again, thank you guys. I appreciate it. And, yeah.
It's cool.
I think so. I've actually went to the gas station today, and one of the ladies in there says to me, she says, I love your necklace. I said, yeah, me too. Don't try to take it. I'll kill you.
It's mine, not yours.
I said, don't try to take it. I'll kill you.
It's mine, not yours.
And then I pulled my machete on her. Back off, lady.
I will stab you.
I will stab you in your pinky.
I'm going to stab you.
Hey, welcome to the show, Kelly. Yeah, so we're kind of crazy.
I'm going to slice you with my little machete.
I will slice you and dice you. So, yeah. Okay. Crazy ass week. I spent a lot of time last week shooting video footage.
Just around town, yeah.
I shot a video of me driving to work, and I shot a video of me driving home from work. Not that everybody would find that interesting, but for those
that don't live around here, they'd like to see.
They might want to see.
And
something.
Robert's from around, originally from around here. He probably wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of, the stuff around here. I mean,
I haven't gone to Caribou yet.
No,
and that would be where he'd be the most familiar,
right.
if at all, because he was little.
Yeah,
I don't know how much.
It's potato fields.
Oh, true.
No matter how old you were, it was potato fields.
Stan says that must be awkward when you're on top.
Oh, I just lost it.
Oh, snap.
See what you did, Stan?
Yep.
You made me flip my card.
Yep, and now the camera's going to go, whoa. Oh, yeah. All right, get back into position so the camera can readjust.
About a quickie.
Stupid camera. And that's another problem we won't have to deal with, too, is going out of focus.
All right, there.
All right, you good?
Yeah.
All better?
Wow.
Okay, so Robert says he was 17 last time he was here.
Yeah,
So.
that was when I saw his tongue sticks, and he's talking to his, and he told me argument, like, you're scaring me on here. He probably just fell out of his fucking chair laughing after hearing that.
Probably. I see a lot of... There's a name I haven't seen in here
Wait
yet.
for it. That was funny.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get your tongue pierced. It swells up. You're supposed to eat popsicles.
Well, I think you did.
What the fuck?
What the French toast?
I love you, Robert. You know that.
If we can't make fun of our family, who can we make fun of?
Right? Kelly, what do you always walk into something, it's always a shit show happening of some sort.
We gotta remember, too, this is delayed, so...
It's always a shit show. We're always friggin' doing something.
Welcome to the shit show.
We haven't even gotten to the quote or the top 10 or haven't even really talked about much yet, and it's already 20 after.
Well, we've talked about...
We talked about our sponsors. We got another sponsor, too, J. Bauer Arts, Josh Bauer.
Yes, and
If we had Be Live, that we would be streaming his links and stuff across the screen. We will be getting it eventually, but... Look him up on Facebook, J. Bauer Art. B-A-E-U-R. No, I will share the links on there.
B-A-U-E-R, and
okay.
I will put up.
I'm always, if you pay any attention to the Kevin B. Entertainment Facebook page, I'm always sharing whatever he's doing, I'm sharing on that page. And he has tons of awesome paintings that he does himself, and this is a print of one of them that he does, and next week's episode, is it next week's episode we'll be displaying?
No, the following
week.
It'll actually be the week that we have, or that we're hopefully going to have the Kitchen Killers on the show.
We're going to swap it out for another one. There's going to be another one, or we're going to add to it. Add to it. He sent us several. These are just prints. These aren't the actual canvas paintings. They're just to show what he what he does, and he does so much more than this. He does trees and roses and butterflies and fairies and he's cosplay stuff. He's done the Power Rangers, and I think he's got all but one of the character signatures on this one print he's got. Because somebody bought that. He did that. It was a commission. That one of the Power Rangers was, or Power Rangers. That was a commission one, I think, that he did.
You need to scoot in a little closer to me there, lady. Yeah.
Josh is awesome, Lisa.
He is.
We love Josh.
Is. Not only is he an awesome artist, he's just an awesome human being.
What's up, Pete? What's up, Vicky?
Hey, what's up, my sister?
My sister from another mister.
Yeah. Actually, she is my sister from another mister, too.
She is. That's true.
We're from the same mama.
Yeah. Had the same oven.
Incubator?
Same incubator.
So, let's see. Boy, I'm telling you, this is, well, let's see. Hello, my sister. Going through the comments, see if
hello.
nobody's talking to us. So okay, all right. So we've got lucky 13 viewers.
13. Woo! Yay! Awesome. But Josh has been painting the logo of the Kitchen Killers. If you looked on the Kevin B Entertainment, the Kitchen Killers, they
need to pay attention to that screen.
Well, why is it
way
so
over there?
Boxed in?
Look at the space that we're in. Are you really going to get me started on that again?
Stop picking on me.
Well, stay in frame. Or this ain't going to be the Kevin B show. That's a different show that I'm going to do later on down the line.
The Kevin B, yeah. It's all going to be either Knight Rider, Friday the 13th.
I am seriously thinking about dedicating a show of some sort, whether it's the main event or creating my own show, where there's a horror movie segment.
Yeah.
If not the entire show being surrounding horror films.
Go with the flow, Joe.
I mean, so far we're doing pretty good with the main event.
Yeah.
You know, and I think most of the people are tuning in just to see you.
Tuning in to see me? No.
You'd be surprised at what I hear about you.
What I hear. It's not true. I didn't do it. I did it.
So, again, for those of you who have not done so yet, please go to YouTube and look up Kevin B Entertainment. Subscribe to the Kevin B Entertainment YouTube page, and then let me know. Don't interrupt me, please. Then, when you're done, let us know, and your name will go into this handy-dandy little... Don't look at me like that. ¿Qué pasa? 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, floor.
I think after that, I need a fucking shot of tequila.
Well, so, yeah, your name will go into this handy-dandy little thing here, and next Wednesday, we will draw a name out of this little how do you do, and that'll be good for one $25 gift certificate to the Boneyard, and then we'll draw out 2 other names that'll be good for a t-shirt from Hanging with Web Show.
Can I talk now? Is it okay to talk?
Now that I'm done, yes.
Are we going to have to, set up, 10-minute segments? So this is your 10-minute window. Okay, honey. Now it's your time to... This is your 10-minute window. Now this is your 10-minute window.
And I bet if you go back and you watch every single episode that we've done, at least once during the show we argue. We're married. We've been together for 18 years.
But seriously, though.
But seriously, it's rude to interrupt people.
It's rude to be rude to people when they're...
it's rude to be rude to people when they're being rude to you.
It is. Especially...
What?
You made me look bad, yo. You made me You made me look bad. You
ain't gonna throw down, are you?
I'm gonna fucking knock the brakes off of you.
No, yeah, okay. Nope, I'm not going there. All right, so now that you now we have this on recording that you're threatening to beat the brakes off me.
Actually, I said kick the brakes off, I think.
Oh, wait, okay.
I knew
So,
it was
hold on,
killing her.
let's go back here. I've been thinking about doing lives, but I'm horrible at talking on camera, laugh out loud. I can sing in front of thousands and can't talk. You know, Lisa?
I ignore the cameras even there. I try my hardest to not even... I'm awful, Lisa. He's been wanting me to do my own thing for a while, and he probably wishes I would do my own thing, so I'd leave him alone. But I can't, I don't know. It's something about the comfort of having him with me, and I think I forget the camera's there. I mean, it's after the fact, like after the show's been published, and I look and go, holy frig, 300 people viewed that. Holy frig, 400 people. And it's true. I mean, we look at, like, right now, it says that we have 12 people watching us. But after the show, and
Hundreds.
as the days, there's
Fucking
hundreds.
hundreds.
And I hear people saying, oh, we watched your show. Oh, and it's like, oh, my word. They're watching our show. People are actually watching us. And it's like, holy crap.
I ran into a couple of viewers out in public, and I know you say, oh, nobody watched me. They watch the show because of you. They find you hilarious. And not just because you hit me in the head with a Coke bottle.
That was the start of it.
That's where this whole thing really took off.
Yeah, it did. And Billy from the Kitchen Killers saying either you're in or you're out, Mia. You're either in or you're out. Because he would not let me know when he was testing, and I didn't think that a bunch of people could see it, but a bunch of people could see it. And I sit next to him, my computer's, off to the side of him, and I'm talking, and not showing my face, but I'm still talking, and Billy Floyd from the Kitchen Killers happened to... See, I poked it in there a little bit. He happened to be on, popped in and was watching it. And he's like, either you're in or you're out. You're in, you're out. And he's like... And then Kevin's like, well, are we going to do this? You want to do a show? What do you want to... And then we rambled around the idea, and it wasn't really until Terry came out with this freaking awesome logo...
Terry MacGyver, where you at?
Terry MacGyver, I know he's in there somewhere. Came out with that we really was like, because he went under a total new name change. His
rebranding.
In case anybody doesn't know, he was Blood Productions Plus before this, and with a name like Blood,
since 1992,
people think with the last name Blood, it's awesome.
It is, but when you're
it is
trying
to a certain extent trying to promote yourself.
When you're trying to promote a video production business, to shoot weddings or birthday parties, or
they automatically think you're in the horror industry,
even
or
though
you're
that
into
is
the gore.
That is what I prefer.
Yeah, but I mean that just happens to have a cool last name, So. I mean, it is. People can't still, and I still have to spell it for people. BLOOD. But I mean, it is hard. Like. We like to do, we want to, once we get back on our feet again, we used to do a yearly party. It used to be Halloween, but I think we're going to try and do a summer bash this time around.
I want to do an annual pig roast.
Yeah, because his brother used to do awesome pig roast every Labor Day weekend. And we want to continue something like that. But we can't, call it the Blood Fest or the Festival of the Blood. I mean, KB, we were thinking what? K&M?
K&M first annual pig roast.
Yeah. But then that's almost like Tony's too. His was TP
TP and CP.
CP, you know, but I mean, with the last name Blood, anyways, it's hard to have events or anything that's using our last name because people automatically think it's something to do with horror related. I mean, it's cool around Halloween time because we used to have the Blood's Halloween Bash, and
we have no problem attracting a crowd on Halloween.
No, we have no problem at all. I mean, we had to kind of stop because the houses we've had before, the living rooms and stuff have been pretty big, and we had a heated basement in the first house that we had, and memories, if anybody's been on here, Stan knows what I'm talking about. Many memories of Halloween parties, but we just love to have get-togethers. I mean, not necessarily to get all freaking trash, but they're fun. I mean, but we're gonna do it again, but Bloodfest. See? Bloodfest would be awesome, but
yeah, but I don't think, like, if we were gonna try to get the Kitchen Killers to play during like a pig roast or whatever, I really don't think they'd come up for a show called Bloodfest.
No.
Even
they probably wouldn't promote much for it.
I think it'd be totally badass, but they might feel differently.
Yeah, maybe.
Shout out to Shannon. Hi,
Hello,
Shannon. Welcome to the show.
My sister from another mister. My other sister from another mister. I love you.
Okay, well,
you gonna do your quote?
Well, no, I'm not gonna do my quote just yet. It's not time for the quote.
Let's say 30.
Well, yeah, but the quote usually comes a little later in the show.
Oh, okay.
Because then it's followed by your top 10.
Oh, you got your... Ooh, we have a surprise.
This is something different that I did because, well, we have this festival in the area called the Maine Potato Blossom Festival. Try saying that 4 times fast.
Right?
Don't really. I was joking.
Maine Potato Blossom Festival, Maine Potato Blossom Festival, Maine Potato Blossom Festival, Maine Potato Blossom Festival.
No, Lisa, we're
I
in
couldn't
Maine.
even do it 2 times fast.
So, anyway, I covered a little bit of what goes on at the Maine Potato Blossom Festival. And so, to try to keep it in the style of a newscast, I want to direct your attention to our colleague that was out in the field live at the time.
Their colleague.
But not so much anymore. He's a real dork.
He's a real dork.
Yeah, so we'll
He's
see
a
if
real
I can make
dickhead.
this. See if I can. I know he's like a penis with ears. Jello shots, good memories. All right, so here we go. We'll see if we can do this without me screwing it up too bad. No, not anymore. Too late. All right, here we go. Hey, we're coming to you live from the 72nd Annual Maine Potato Blossom Festival held right here in Fort Fairfield, Maine. Today is Sunday, which is the last day of the festival. But let me tell you what, for it being the last day, this place is still jumping. There are tons of food vendors, jewelry vendors, art vendors. As a matter of fact, our sponsor, one of our sponsors, Stan Terrell from the Boneyard, his booth is directly behind me. And over the last few days, he has done very well. He's been very busy. So yeah, if you're not from the area, this might be something that you want to try out if you come to Northern Maine. Come check out the Maine Potato Blossom Festival. It's a good time for everybody. Tonight they'll be doing the fireworks, so there may or may not be footage of that. So yeah, that's an excellent annual thing to have happen in our local area. Northern Maine Brewing Company is here. They've got a beer garden. People are all over the place. It's pretty crazy. Back to you in the studio. Okay. Well, hopefully everybody was able to hear that. So yeah, that was Kevin the Dorkfish Blood out there in the field. That's what I did on. I shot that and edited that on Sunday.
Yeah, everyone could hear it. Yay!
Perfect, good. And a huge shout out to the Northern Maine Brewing Company, mainly Nick Pelkey. He was a real good sport about it. I asked him if I could get a shot of him, pouring a drink out of the tap, and so he asked me what I wanted, and I was like, well, let's see. On I'm on the job, so I probably shouldn't be drinking anything. But I said I'll take a raspberry margarita. What the hell?
Yum.
9% alcohol made right here in Aroostook County with fresh raspberries, soaked in tequila, and let me tell you what, that punched me right in the taste buds. And oh, it was delicious.
I imagine it sounds like it was good.
And
yeah. No, he did not share with me.
I couldn't leave the area.
He couldn't leave the area.
I wasn't able to leave the area while I had the drink, so I had to,
That's all right. They will come.
Tammy had her booth there Saturday. Sorry we missed you, Tammy.
Yeah, we didn't go down Saturday. It was too hot for me on Saturday.
I was gonna, but I couldn't do it. And then by the time it did cool off, it got too dark, and I wouldn't have been able to shoot it.
We were going to go down there Saturday I think it was about 8 o'clock, but everything, actually, Stan said he was open that night until 11 o'clock. We still could have went down, but oh, well. But that showed you towards the end of it, was in the middle of it, wasn't it? Was Stan's stuff.
Yeah, he was...
he's got gift certificates there available, and he sells the necklaces and the wallets.
The jewelry, the wallets, the patches. Like, I'm not sure if I caught a shot of the vest or not for that.
Oh,
clip.
Yeah, that was a nice vest.
He'd gotten a vest, and he just put the patches on it to show what he could do with
and
patches.
His crafty girlfriend Jen, she made
some of her work was in there.
Some of her little flowers made out of
plates,
the dishes, and the bird feeders. Yeah, and she also had vases with sand, vases or vases, tomato, whatever, with sand and shells in it.
Well,
and then
good night, Lisa. Thank you for joining us.
Good night, Lisa. Thank you. Another good friend of ours, Aaron and TJ, they had a booth there. Aaron makes beautiful little earrings. Yep. She had a booth there. I think her earrings were only $5 a piece, I believe. We have a card from her place too. I'll make sure to put something up there, a link or something for her stuff too. She does really good earrings and jewelry also.
Okay. So, all right. So there was the big news story.
The big news story of the week.
I'm gonna try. I'm not making any promises. As a matter of fact, that's actually what I would like if our viewers wouldn't mind doing this for me. Not during the show, because I don't typically go back and read. Oh, hey, what's up, Billy?
Billy Floyd.
Let the shenanigans begin.
No.
Thanks for joining us, Billy. If you could go to the Kevin B Entertainment group page and tell me what you thought of the quote-unquote news type story that I did. Let me know what you guys would like to see. I'd like to start doing a little bit more things like that, just because it's different.
Right. So for local happenings too. I mean, people that don't live here, some people will probably be curious of what goes on here. I mean, we're such a little town, and most of the towns around here have maybe 5,000 to 10,000 people. How many people does Presque Isle have? I don't know.
Google that shit.
Google that. We'll have to Google it. Aw, thanks, Billy. Aw. Billy Floyd is part of the Kitchen Killers that we were mentioning earlier.
Yes.
And Monday, Wednesdays, they go on at 7:05 on Kitchen Killers on Facebook.com. You got to check them out. We share links every time they're live. We also share it on the Kevin B Entertainment page, so you can tune in on that page to see their live shenanigans. Lately, they've had Josh Bauer painting their logo in the background. Can't wait until that's done. That's going to look amazing. It looks good already, so I can't wait to see the finishing product on that.
I thought I made mention of it, but I guess I didn't, so I gotta
Stone cold look. Oh, you're not wearing your do-rag like you normally are. You're usually wearing your do-rag.
That's because Stone Cold showed up on Monday night.
Right?
Thank you, Billy. I appreciate that. All right,
Stan, we had to mention Stan just threw something
next
at
month.
us.
Next month, the prize from the Boneyard will be a free Boneyard T-shirt, and I'll tell you right now, Stan, I better get one of those shirts before anybody else in our audience does. I will rock the hell out of that T-shirt. So yeah,
that new logo is badass. I love
the
logo
look. I'm glad that he went
for the
with that.
Boneyard. Yeah.
So that looks really.
Everybody's
cool.
moving on up. We like to see everybody progress and do good.
I want
good things for all our friends. Blessings among everybody.
I want to shoot a commercial for Stan. I've got some pretty good footage, but I got to get him doing his carpentry and stuff also.
Yes.
See.
Tammy says probably got to get better local news here than from WAGM, right?
Well, Tammy, I don't know if you know this about me or not, but I actually worked for WAGM twice in my life. When I graduated high school, WAGM was my first major job right out of high school. I was a production assistant. I started as a production assistant, running cameras and, back in the old days when they had to glue the paper script to run through the teleprompter.
That's a long time ago.
I went from being a production assistant / cameraman to assistant director to director. Before I left, I was actually directing the news. I was pushing all the buttons and making all the cool stuff happen.
Doing all the click clack and the clack clicking.
Kind of like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
With this here, and back when we were running the wrestling thing, I did all the cameras and music, and
he did a segment on bees and got closer to the bees than anybody else. The CBC, was it? Or the BBC or whatever.
CBC.
They were flaring and getting stung, and
that was crazy.
He walked right up to the. Well, I wasn't there. I talked. You talked.
My second run, if you will, at the TV station was I was a videographer for the news department, and that was probably one of the most intense shoots I went on, because they had a flatbed trailer that had tipped over on its side on the Trans-Canada Highway, and it was loaded with 12 million honeybees, and where I had never been stung by anything before, and still haven't.
Well, honeybees, honeybees, if you do not aggravate honeybees, they will not sting. If you leave them the hell alone, and honeybees are not as fluffy as regular bees. That's how you know honeybees from regular bees. Honeybees they're still black and yellow striped, but bumblebees are fuzzy, and honeybees aren't. Honeybees are just tiny, and honeybees will not sting unless they're provoked. So that's why the CBC guys were getting all stung and stuff, because they were
swatting, doing this.
Duh.
And I got probably 100 feet away from that box that they were going to pick up, and as a matter of fact, I was wearing a T-shirt, short sleeve T-shirt, and it looked like I was wearing a long sleeve shirt because I was covered with bees. And so I stood there, covered with bees, shot my footage, didn't freak out. None of them were stinging me while they were on me, so I wasn't freaking out. I got all the shots I wanted to, and then they had approached one of the boxes with a payloader with forks on it. And they went to lift it up, and they didn't have the forks in under it far enough. So when they lifted it up, the box flipped, and then all you saw was this black cloud come out of the box.
Get to that, pissed them all off.
And that's when I said,
I'm out of here.
I need to go.
I don't mind the bumble buzzers. I don't mind. It's the waspy assholes that I can't stand. Like, well, I have I have a greenhouse, and I get a mixture of all kinds of flying things in my greenhouse. But the bumblebees, I don't mind. Bumblebees pollinate, do good things, yada yada, The wasps, they can go. And I don't get stung in my greenhouse with the bees. Me and the bees have a good mutual respect, and I only got stung once, and that's because he killed the mama, and I went in there right after he did, and I got stung. Like, it's just awful ironic that I got stung right after he killed one of them. I got but I've only been stung twice in my life.
It's because you are the bee whisperer.
I am the bee whisperer. I'm the animal whisperer in a way.
I was the bee whisperer, I think is what Stan was saying, because I didn't get stung. I never finished the story, but thanks for popping in on us, Vicky. Too bad you couldn't stay longer, but I get it.
Love you.
Got shit to do. Love ya.
Got stuff to do.
Belinda's
see ya,
gonna
Belinda.
go too. We're gonna lose all our audience.
Bye,
now.
everybody. I know. Our bumble buzzers buzzed everybody off.
Yeah.
Buzz.
All right. Wow. Okay, so I'll give my inspirational quote for the day or the week.
Hey, why don't you give your inspirational quote of the week?
I'm about as inspirational as I don't know.
You're more inspirational than some people.
Well, did you know that you learn more from failure than from success? Don't let it stop you, though, because failure builds character.
Well, yeah, it's getting past that first. You think about doing something, and if it's something hard, an automatic failure flag comes up. You're automatic, just the doubts, the bad things. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to get through it. You know, all this stuff's going to happen. And you're not thinking about what if I do make it through? If you could get past that first flag of failure and that first, ball of shit that you got to get rid of, but that's not true. You got to get past that, and you realize wow, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yep. Always anticipate the worst.
I always prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Yep.
I can't help but prepare for the worst, because when it's a shitty thing to say, but when bad things happen all the time, you
tend to start.
Yeah, that's your escape place. Like, I watch this church it's on Sundays, but they air it on Mondays, the Evolution Church, and this past preachings was our escape zones, our escape places. Like, every one of us has an escape thing. Like, whether it's not always drugs, it's not always alcohol, some of them are good escape places, some of them are bad escape places. Some people escape to music. Some people escape to reading. Some people escape, but
I used to escape to cigarettes.
Escape to cigarettes.
In case anybody's keeping track, which
we're over 3 months now. I don't know.
We're like the 3 month mark.
We're like 80s. Yeah, so we've got to be hit almost. We should have kept track at least for up until the 100 days, and then. But everybody was like, "Oh, stop keeping track because that's just making you think of it." Blah blah blah. Blah. Not really. To see the accomplishment of the not smoking.
That's how I was looking at it.
Was like, we've been this many days. I've been through this much shit, and I have not quit. I have not started smoking again. I have this many days that I have not smoking. And now when I see those signs in the doctor's office that say, quit smoking, all that stuff, I don't grumble at them. I'm like, I did.
Already did it.
And don't ask us. People ask us all the time how we did it. I can honestly say, I don't care where anybody's beliefs are or faiths are. It was the good grace of God. It had to have been, because we've tried to quit smoking before and pretty near killed each other. The longest I had ever been without a cigarette, and it wasn't even I'd say maybe a couple days. I'd say 2 weeks, but I was on the patch and I was still smoking cigarettes. So, I really didn't quit then either. So, but that's just like the whole, you were talking about failure. That's the whole quitting. I did have a moment where it was 3 days after we quit smoking that I got so frustrated that I smoked a nasty butt that was probably shit on by the cats outside and smoked it because I was so pissed off and frustrated. But I turned right around and I stopped smoking again after that. And after that, I didn't even use the patch or nothing. He quit completely cold turkey. I used the patch for the first 2 days.
Well, Stan's headed out.
Love you, Stan.
Love you, Stan.
Thank you so much for being an awesome supporter.
Yes, and
thank you very much.
We'll definitely be talking.
We'll catch you on
soon.
the flip side. I don't know where the fuck that's coming from. I did that the last one.
I don't either. I know I've heard that. I've
Me
heard
too.
somebody say that before on a show or a movie or something. But yeah. So I can't say that I did it absolutely 100% cold turkey because I replaced the cigarette smoking with performing illusions.
With magic. That's what you did when you had your heart attack too. You went to magic. Yeah.
I'd like to meet Chris Angel in person. That'd be kind of cool.
Does he still do shows in Vegas?
I'm not sure if he's still in Vegas or if he's moved to.
I go to Vegas.
New York.
I go to Vegas, and you'd probably never get me out. Yeah, you would after I lost all my money.
What happens if Vegas stays in Vegas? Yeah, so does your wife.
So does your wife. When she
you
runs
stay
out
in
of
Vegas.
money.
She leaves your ass.
I left her ass there because she spent all our money. It would be the slots that would get me. Like, I don't do good at card games like the poker. I used to play, back in the day, you dibble in the whole freaking strip poker and stuff. I didn't be the first one naked. I know not too many people want to vision that, but I would. I sucked at poker. I suck at blackjack. I'm not too bad at dice games, but I'd be at the slots. That's where I'd be, the nickel slots. That's how I'd be, the nickel slots. I could go through $200 in 15 minutes at a nickel slot machine. Tick, 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 tick.
Okay.
Is it my top 10? Top
Sure.
10.
You ready?
Yeah. Mia's top 10. Considering you were out in public a lot this week, this is the top 10 things not to do in public.
Here we go.
Number 10, put some sticky substance on your hand and repeatedly shake hands with people. I think you'd get punched for that.
That sounds like something Jack Vale would do.
Well, there was one about farting that I didn't put on here that, Number 9, fill a cleaner bottle with Gatorade and drink it.
I've actually seen people do that.
I've seen people do that too. If you're going to do that, please rinse it out first. I am not going to be responsible for anybody poisoning themselves, okay? Please rinse it first.
Way to go, dumber.
Number 8, approach a stranger and say, Destiny wanted us to meet here. That would freak out. You'd probably get the cops called or something punched.
I think that all depends on, like, if I were to walk up to a random woman and do that, I'd probably have the cops called.
No, they'd be like, okay, honey, let's go. Depending on if they were married or single or.
Yeah, well.
You're pretty sexy.
We're on air. Focus.
Focus.
Oh wow.
Number 7. Make vanilla pudding in a mayonnaise jar and eat it. Kind of like the Gatorade in the drink bottle. That would freak people out. Yeah, but you would really do it with mayo, though.
No?
No,
I wouldn't get past a mouthful before I was like, well,
yeah, I can lick the knife when I'm making the sandwich,
that's
but
about
I
the
can't.
extent of it.
Or like when we're eating French fries. Weird enough, I've heard it's a Canadian thing about French fries and mayonnaise. Most people eat their French fries with ketchup or vinegar, salt and vinegar, or stuff like that. I've heard it's just a Canadian thing that they eat the French fries with mayonnaise. What do you eat your French fries with?
Yes. How about some audience participation? Tell us what you eat your French fries with.
I'm curious because we have people. Vicky, she's gone, but she's in Tennessee. Belinda is in Florida, and
A lot of our
viewers are in Florida, so they could probably tell us, if does any of you guys eat, your French fries and mayo? But, okay.
And I highly doubt that any of them are saying, what are French fries?
No, they know what French fries
Tammy
are.
says, my hands.
My hands, right?
You're funny.
Number 6, throw water balloons at strangers and then hide. Now, story time.
Please don't do that to moving vehicles.
Story time. Shannon, if you are still here, we got in trouble one time. I think it was festival week, too. I must have been about 12 or 13. Me and Shannon and a couple others filled backpacks up with water balloons, and we walked up and down Main Street, and there was some guys in a car that were cute. So we started we were throwing water balloons at these cute guys in the car until the cops pulled us over on the side of the streets and told us that we weren't being safe. Dip them in brown sauce and then dip them in his cola.
He'd dip them in ketchup, then brown sauce, and then
See,
Coca-Cola.
Robert says mayo. Yeah. I also like dipping them in milkshakes too. French fries and milkshakes are yummy. Something the sweet and the salty too. I know his aunt, our aunt, Aunt Bonnie used to every Christmas send us up chocolate covered potato chips. They were real thick. They were thick rippled potato chips, like the Humpty Dumpty rippled potato chips.
Only
I know
they were probably
many of you guys don't know Humpty Dumpty either, but they're thick, really good rippled potato chips. But they were dipped in chocolate.
They were probably Lay's potato chips or something.
Lay's, yeah. They weren't the thin ripples. They were the thick ripples.
Or they might have been custom made for all we know.
They could have been, but they were super yummy. But anyways, okay. Number 5, in a restaurant, scream, I lost my rattlesnake! Wouldn't that suck? That wouldn't work here.
That'd be a good way to clear out a restaurant real quick,
wouldn't work
I'll tell
here.
you.
Yeah, it would. Then you get all their food. I've seen it. Number 3, I've seen it's something Jim Carrey has done before. Run around in a circle in a revolving door. Like, keep running around. Haven't I seen, it was either Steve Carell or Jim Carrey did something like that in a movie.
Actually, it was Will Ferrell in Elf.
Yeah, Elf. He's like, yeah. Number 2, pretend to be deaf if someone tries to talk to you. I do that a lot anyways. See? Great big drool hanging off the finger.
Used to eat fire lighters also. Was taken to the doctor to find out why. He was deficient in iron and could smell it from the fire lighters.
Fire lighters. Those are like must be like the sparkler, almost like they're the fire starter. They're long sticks that you start the fire with.
So you're gonna remember Terry's over in Ireland.
But I'm pretty sure they're probably just pretty much like sulfur sticks, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Like a long match kind of, yeah. You know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
I think he knows what I'm talking about now, Terry. I think I put him on the right page. I think I'm on the right page, but I think I finally got him all caught up. He takes a little while. I have to reel him in a little bit.
What the hell did you just throw at me?
I don't know. Throw shit at you. Stop being an asshole. I won't throw shit at you.
I didn't say nothing.
Want to go?
Finish.
Boy, the hostility in today's show, huh?
Man, I'm tired. Wow, right there.
And he was the one that was hangry before the show.
All right.
Okay,
number
one. Number 1. Let out 3 shrieks and then fart. That's like something you do in public.
Right? Yeah, that would be... Yeah, I don't think you ought to do that in public. Okay, pretty much ours are shaped like a brick. Okay.
Like the fire starter logs.
Yeah, okay.
They're
I get it.
they're in a bag, and you just light the bag.
Oh, yeah.
Called fire starters.
Fire starter.
I am the fire starter.
All hail the Fire King.
That was, what is that group? Fire starter.
Couldn't tell you.
You know who I'm talking about.
And now, the end is near.
The end is near.
And so we'll
9
take...
o'clock, we have to go. But for
I
so
won't
long, we'll see you again.
Tomorrow.
Not
I'll be
tomorrow.
here. Oh, wait, no, not tomorrow.
Next week, on a Wednesday at 8, we'll see you again.
Wow. Okay, and on that note, don't forget, next Wednesday, we are having our drawing for the $25 gift certificate to the Boneyard and our dual drawing for...
But you have to be subscribed to the Kevin B. Entertainment YouTube page. And if you aren't already, then why the frig not? Why
Also,
not? I want to know.
Notify
Do
us.
Do it!
Notify us when you do subscribe, because we can't always see. Like YouTube, if you've got a YouTube channel and you don't have it set so that people can see who you're subscribed to or what you're subscribed to, I won't be able to tell that you've subscribed to our channel. And this is we're more or less doing this on the honor system, because I don't get to see everybody's name. Like last night, Shelley Wheeler subscribed to our channel, but I can't.
Cool beans.
I can't see her name there, but she swore to me that and I'm going to take her at her word. She's given me no reason not to believe her. Billy Floyd, he told me that he subscribed. I talked to him. Was it yesterday or the day before? Yesterday or the day before.
Something like that.
Billy subscribed, and his name's not showing up on the list of our subscribers. So, if you have subscribed, notify me, and I will make sure that I put your name into the drawing. You have until, that's right, next Wednesday at 7:59 p.m. to get your subscriptions in and have your name entered into the drawing. Because we are going to announce the winner. We're going to pick the name. Depending on how many more names I get,
You might have to get a bigger thing to put the names in.
I might use it.
I think you need something bigger, because you don't.
Pasa?
You need something bigger than that.
Yeah, I'll probably use
That don't rustle around or nothing.
Yeah.
You need something to go.
I'll figure something out. I'll get
And
a
then
bigger
boop.
container. And then
We'll do
draw a
the
name.
random. We'll do the random name picker online if we have to. They have random name pickers. And it picks.
No, I'd rather do that manually. Take away all my fun.
Well, you don't want people to think we're doing favoritism.
I don't play favorites with anybody.
No.
I don't need to.
We love everybody the same.
That's right. You are all. As Freddy Krueger once said, you are all my children. Welcome to prime time.
Bitch.
Ooh, he said that word.
I said that word.
Use the spinning wheel online. Nah.
See?
I'll put the things in the names into a bigger pot or whatever and pull it out manually. So, on that note, I thank you all. We thank you all for joining us here on the main event, episode number 14.
Thank you all for tuning in.
And until next week, stay safe, stay positive, and above all else, love each other.
Yes.
This
Little
world,
things. Do little things. It doesn't take much. One little act of kindness.
just as an ending note, all you have to do is smile at somebody. You don't know what's going on
Smiles are
in
contagious.
their life. You could smile at somebody and totally change their life. So keep that in mind.
Smile on.
Hey, Heather, thanks for joining us. Unfortunately, you're going to have to catch up because
We're done.
we're all done for the night. But thank you for joining us. It's awesome seeing your name there.
Yes.
And like I said, until next week,
bye.
stay groovy.